The views expressed on the Nerd Realm are not necessarily the views of the LagginOut Network or its advertisers. Listener discretion is advised. Do not try this at home. We are trained professionals.
Welcome to the Nerd Realm, everybody. My name is Havok. With me tonight is a great friend of the Nerd Realm universe from Revolver Games, the one, the only, Mythic.
What's up, guys? Mythic here with you with Nerd Realm. Here with Havok. Gonna talk some stuff, and it's gonna be awesome.
Oh man, we do got some hellacious stuff going on. We're pretty much recapping the fallout of Fallout. The fallout of E3. We're going to be talking a little bit of some Marvel casting news. We'll get to the root of some lovely dino reviews of Jurassic World, and so let's go ahead and kick it off. We'll go ahead and kick in with that Marvel news I was talking about. Jon Bernthal, aka Shane Walsh from The Walking Dead, was casted as the one and only Frank Castle, or the Punisher, as people know. Yes, he's going to be joining the cast of season 2 of Daredevil on Netflix. If you haven't watched the first season, go watch it.
Highly recommend. Great series so far.
Yeah, I do recommend this though. If you're going to watch it, don't binge watch it. It becomes a chore.
Yeah, it does, and it's a lot more brutal than you're going to expect from a superhero. Series. It's definitely a little more brutal than you're expecting. So don't.
It's exhausting.
Don't think it's going to be a children's show. It's a little more brutal than that.
It's kind of exhausting. It's exhausting trying to binge watch it. That was a rough 13. Like, I'm rewatching it now. Taking my time going through it. I'm enjoying it a lot more.
I'm doing the same thing right now with Marvel because they just added the new season. So.
But no, I mean, when I was thinking of a Punisher, Jon Bernthal was not exactly my go-to guy. In fact, I didn't even see him in the role until after they cast him. I was like, you know what? That's a really good pick.
It's not bad, right? I didn't have a specific pick. Who'd you have in mind? Did you have anyone? Who'd you have in mind?
See, I wasn't looking at TV Punisher until after I saw Daredevil, and then that threw in a whole bunch of different cards. I was like, crap. Because we can't exactly have a movie type actor coming in to play Punisher. So funny thing is, that's the second Walking Dead cast member to ever play Punisher. The first one was Norman Reedus in Iron Man. Oh God, what was the animated movie? It was it's like Rise of the Technover.
Did he really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And he was a really good voice. Like, Norman Reedus really portrayed that character really well. I loved it. No, I mean, but Shane Walsh, like I said, it wasn't exactly my first pick. But I think he can pull it off. I mean, you saw season 2 of Walking Dead where he started going crazy.
I think he has the roughness in his acting style that will really portray Punisher pretty well.
Yeah. I just really hope people aren't afraid that he's gonna have that Southern accent, because he faked that Southern accent that entire time, man. Yeah. I'm from the South. Not all of us talk like that.
No, not at all. Not all of us.
Oh man, but this past weekend we saw Jurassic World debut in theaters, and I saw it in. It was actually my first IMAX movie.
Oh, nice.
And okay. IMAX 3D, exactly. But
fancy.
It was, for my first IMAX film, it was mind-blowing. It was, the movie itself was just fantastic. I've never seen a movie pay so much homage to the original. And even though they had another composer in, they still used some of John Williams' score. Mm-hmm. Hearing John Williams' score made the experience even like just personal. Like I mean, like as soon as they go through those gates, you just get sucked in.
I read a couple of fun facts. Like, that movie is the highest paid for the first week the highest grossing movie of all time.
Yes,
I believe.
Yes, it is. It beat Avengers' domestic opening weekend. It Avengers opened up, I believe it was 207.4 million. This one came in and beat it with 208.8, if I'm not mistaken, was the final. Globally, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I might be off a couple thousand or million. Who knows? I believe it was like 540 million globally.
That's remarkable. That really is.
And that was just its first week. I mean, you're watching this show on Monday right now. The box office numbers haven't even come out yet for this new one yet.
Yeah, so. Exactly. And then, the original theme for Jurassic Park actually hit #1 on iTunes.
You're kidding?
No. I read that, and that was just absolutely fantastic. I was like, "That's amazing." That's pretty awesome. That's amazing.
That's the second time Chris Pratt has put an old song to #1 status.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. My Girl. I think it was My Girl with was it?
No, it was Blue Swede's "Hooked on a Feeling."
Hooked on a Feeling. That's okay. That's right. And that was from,
nice try that.
Galaxy.
Right. Guardians of the Galaxy. In fact, Marvel Studios was actually congratulating Universal for becoming the new king of the box office. They they tweeted a picture of Chris Pratt's character Owen riding a T-Rex, and the Avengers are looking at him and it says, "Congratulations, you're going to be in the new king of the box office."
That's great. I think this is going to be the year of Chris Pratt. I tell you what.
Yeah,
he's really emerging as a movie actor now.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
he had a stint from Parks and Rec, which I love.
Yeah, exactly. And if you told me that Chris Pratt was going to be the franchise man he is, I would have laughed at you.
I would have laughed at you too. No, I agree, 100%. 100%. I would not have believed it.
I mean, because it's funny. I mean, because James Gunn didn't even want him as Star-Lord. In fact, I believe his exact quote was "I don't want the fat guy from Parks and Rec being Star-Lord." Chris came in, read for the part. The guy fell in love with him.
Oh, that's the way to do it. That couldn't have worked out any better. I think he played part in that movie also.
And then not only that, I mean. I believe LucasArts is looking at Chris Pratt to take over the role of Indiana Jones in a fifth one, which Disney is actually slated for a 2018 release.
Interesting. They also won him another Marvel, I believe, and not as Star-Lord. I thought I may have heard that wrong.
They want Star-Lord to maybe cross over with some other franchise, which we know what other franchise they want him to cross over with. Yeah, I mean, there's only one other franchise they can cross over with, but but as far as Chris Pratt taking up the role as Indy, I would be okay if he took over as an older Shia LaBeouf's character.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, don't replace Harrison Ford. Like, kind of use like they did in The Last Crusade. Have Harrison Ford, Henry Jones Jr. I believe he was number 2. I think he was second. I think he was the second. And have him kind of pass that torch over to Chris Pratt, who would be, Shia LaBeouf's character.
I think he would play that very well.
I think he would too. Because this way that, yes, he can do the comedy thing, but without it taking away from Indiana Jones. Because Indiana Jones, he was snarky, he was sarcastic. He wasn't like a comedy guy. He wasn't like rolling with the one-liners. I mean, like he would say a couple things like no ticket.
I think I don't know. I think he'd be perfect. I just love him in that part. I would love him in that part.
Hell yeah. No, but Jurassic World, a great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out.
I have not seen it. I want to see it soon. I'm probably going to see it soon. I have to. There's no doubt. I have to see it.
Well, I'm gonna call it out right now. I'm gonna go on record right now. Nerd Realm gives Jurassic World a 10 out of 10, just on pure visuals, pure on story, and just the overall respect and and acknowledgement of the first movie, and they pay homage to so much of that movie. You felt like this is a direct sequel from the '93 classic. So
That's really good to hear. That's really good to hear.
oh yeah, you will not have a boring moment. Some blockbuster movies have that lull point.
Yeah.
This one, it kept you busy. Plus Bryce Dallas Howard's kind of hot. So
yes, that's.
And she wants to play Miss Marvel, and she has my vote after watching that movie.
Does she really? I didn't
Yes.
know that.
Yes, yeah, she wants. So, Chris Pratt, if you ever watch this show and you have any pull, make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Yes. Let her dye her hair blonde and let her go at it. I'll be there.
we would be there either way.
Yes. But Bryce Dallas Howard as Carol Danvers, I will be front row.
Fair enough.
So let's talk about the main attraction of Nerd Realm tonight. E3. The biggest entertainment show, or as I like to call it, the biggest Christmas catalog ever shown in California.
My opinion, I couldn't agree more.
I mean,
Palooza.
My wallet's already kind of feeling the burn, so.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered 3 games already.
I'm going to be pre-ordering next week. Actually, later on this week when you guys watch this show, I'll be pre-ordering Halo 5 Guardians, which we'll talk about later. Uncharted 4. We'll be. Oh crap! What was the other one? Oh, Star Wars Battlefront. And I'll even pre-order the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, which we talked about last week.
I did. My third one was Call of Duty. Oh, I did Black Ops 3, and I also did. Oh wow, the Division. The Division.
Oh, I'm gonna wait on that one. I'm gonna wait till it gets close to the release date because I don't want to put any money down on it and it gets delayed again. I want that game.
I want to play it so bad.
I want to play that game so badly too, but I'm gonna try to get these other few games knocked out first. But we'll be talking about the Division as well. Let's kick it off first with Microsoft. Microsoft last Monday actually broadcasted their press conference, and wow, did they come out swinging! Big news.
They did big things. Microsoft did.
They had big things, and even their small things were big.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about they're bringing the franchises. They have Gears 4, which from what I saw looks fantastic. It looks like they went back to 2-player co-op.
They did. They did. They're going to do that. Plus, they're bringing out that's coming out next holiday in 2016, and then this holiday they're bringing out the remastered Gears 1. Oh, yeah, I love that game. Can't wait to play it. It's going to be amazing.
Yes. I mean, I like the Gears of War franchise. In fact, when they had them on sale for Xbox 360, I bought all 3 of them. They were like, I think I spent like $12 and bought all 3. And then they gave out Judgment for free, so really I have all 4 games.
Right, really good.
Oh, yeah. Right there. I mean, it was well worth the investment. Playing them again is fun. I wish I had a partner to play with. So I mean, because
I got you.
Yeah. And we'll even touch on that a little bit more pretty soon as well, because there's some really cool stuff we have hinted that Microsoft threw out. But I really want to touch on on Halo 5 Guardians. They showed gameplay footage. The game looks phenomenal.
Oh yes, phenomenal. The story.
I have no idea what a Guardian was. I have no idea what a Guardian is, but I want to play it.
Not from the story to the multiplayer. It's bringing back the Halo universe. It's bringing back what we all loved from Halo. It's bringing it all back, and it's just going to be a fantastic game. The story looks great. They did a walkthrough on the E3, and it looked amazing. It was only a small part, but it was enough to bring me in for sure. I was going to get it regardless, but it definitely sucked me in. So can't wait for that.
Indeed. I mean, plus Nathan Fillion is in there.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Mike Coulter, who's going to be who's not only Spartan Locke, but he's also going to be later on next year is going to be our Luke Cage for the next Marvel Netflix series. So he has 2 franchises under his belt. 2.
Nice, and one of them's already huge. I think one of the biggest franchises in gaming history.
Yeah, I mean, and then not only that story is awesome. Plus now that Halo 5 is bringing in the legendary Blue Team, which if you read any of the Halo books, you know Blue Team's a bunch of badasses.
Yes.
I mean, and I personally, if I had to pick a team right now, Master Chief's team's gonna whip that ass.
I'm a legacy guy. I have to go with Master Chief. It's can't help it. I was there from the beginning. From Halo 1.
They don't have the fancy technology that Locke's team has. You know, the Artemis, like what you saw, at least on the walkthrough.
Like of what it can do.
Yeah, I think Chief and his team can take it. I mean, it's Chief. They're like a bunch of old timers. Back in my day, we didn't have assault rifles.
They're like the movie Red with Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's exactly what they are. And yeah, like I said, they're from the beginning. I'm definitely on Master Chief's side, hands down.
What do you think of Rise of the Tomb Raider?
I think visually, from the first part, what they showed with them climbing the ice, beautiful game.
I was cringing the entire time. I was like, no.
It was visually stunning. I can't wait.
Every time that ice broke and she was like dangling, I was like, no.
And I wasn't ever really huge on the Tomb Raider, not team, but partner. I forgot what I'm trying to say here. But I was never big on Tomb Raider. But this one looks fantastic. I didn't buy the last one. I did play it, and I enjoyed that one also. But this one's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, in fact, a few episodes of the LagginOut podcast, we actually talked about this game, as well as we talked about the last game. I actually bought the definitive edition on my PS4 of Tomb Raider. Okay. The game was fantastic. I loved it. I loved seeing how they rebooted Lara and brought her into this eager, excited treasure hunter who thought she was going to try to do something amazing and with no survival skills whatsoever, and she learned to become, the Tomb Raider we know. And I think this new one's going to touch more on that and build off of those experiences. And from an interview I actually watched, she's going to have 2 pickaxes, so she's going to be freaking dual wielding pickaxes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's going to be
great.
I can't wait.
It's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. Personally, I'm going to buy it day one. It's going to be a timed Xbox One exclusive. So it's coming out this fall.
Nice. I might put that one on the bike, but I don't think there's a lot of other games I think I'm going to get beforehand. But it's definitely a game I am going to get. I cannot not get it. The visuals of that game in general are just too good to not to get.
Christmas list.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's definitely going to be on my Christmas list. Just saying. No, Tomb Raider looks fantastic. They got the same voice actor back. It looks like it's going to be amazing. What I was most excited about, also besides Halo 5 Guardians, was Mass Effect Andromeda.
I'm a big fan of the Mass Effect series. Such a big fan. And I'm definitely I'm going to bring something up later because we're going to talk about something that Microsoft brought up that's going to just change the game. So, but before we do that, yes, Andromeda, buying it. There's no hands down. I played all the Mass Effects. Love the stories. Buying it.
There's just no contest. You have to.
I have to. Especially if you were one of the people that has played it since the beginning. This is a must buy for you. Definitely.
Plus, they even showed love to the indie devs. The indie devs got some love. Though I will admit, out of the 4 titles that they showed for the indie guys, there was one that really stuck out to me, and that was Cuphead. Cuphead,
The 1930s
dude,
style-esque indie.
yes, I'm buying that one. That one just looks fantastic.
It looks fun. It looks like it's a good time.
Yes, I was like, I mean, it was a 1930s cartoon. You have the devil there. He looks like a cat. That goes back to the whole, the whole 1930s Merry Melodies devil things. It was, I mean, it looks like it's going to be amazing. I mean, Cuphead, Rare even brought out their Rare replay. It's like every game from them for the past like 30 years.
I saw
Minus,
that, and I saw Perfect Dark. I was like, I probably would just get it just for Perfect Dark.
I would get it because sad thing is I'm going to get a lot of slack for this, but I've never ever played Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh man,
I mean, I do with the
stuff that you missed right there.
I do know of the Mighty Pooh, but every time they've re-released it, I can never buy it. Because I am the great Mighty Pooh.
DayZ, they're bringing DayZ to Xbox.
Yes, and they're bringing the DayZ developers are also bringing out another game, as it was called Aion, I believe, wasn't it?
Ion, I-O-N.
Aion.
Yes, yeah. That one looks. They didn't show much about it, so there's some mystery to it. But what they did show of it looked pretty swell. I won't lie.
Oh yeah, but dude, the best part of this whole thing is showing more love to the indie devs. They have Xbox launched effective the same day as their press conference, because I used it, was Game Preview, Xbox Game Preview. I downloaded Elite Dangerous, and I wanted to play that as soon as I heard about it. I watched some stuff about it on YouTube. It's on Steam right now for those of you that are out there. They're porting it over to Xbox One, which is a huge honor for that developer who used crowdfunding to get it going.
Yeah, exactly.
And it being attractive enough to bring to Xbox One, I'm sold. I played it. Flying's a little hard, but once you get it down, I only had an hour to play it, but I was going through the training missions. Battling takes some getting used to, but it's amazing because you can team up with your friends, you can go attack other ships.
Yeah, it brings back the old flying style, and it's something you definitely got used to. They haven't had one of those type of games, especially in recent years, that were strictly flying games, and it's a lost art. I will tell you that.
I mean, I'm definitely going to buy it. Plus, the cool thing is that you can download a trial of it. It's still an alpha. You can download the trial of it, play what they have built, which you can tell it's still being worked on. Because there was a part where I was surrounded by a meteor shower type thing, and there was no. And it was. They have some of the textures done on the asteroids, but they were all white.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a cool program, because especially you can try it before you buy it, but you can also buy it. If you buy it, it's before it's even done too. And
you get a discounted rate at that too.
And also you're able to give feedback, and it's something that I know that developers like to see from their fans. They definitely want to see feedback, and that's a good thing.
And you're like Elite Dangerous though. The special discounted rate, if I'm not mistaken, I might be off by a few cents. I believe it's $30.56 if you download the trial. Mm-hmm. You can try it out, and that's an amazing thing. You get it for, instead of $60, you get it for pretty much half off.
Yeah,
and you still continue to play it. If I'm, and you're like, I believe that's how the trial works. Is that if you buy it, you can start playing it, and they read your data for you, and you help kind of build the game, so they learn from you.
Exactly.
So what you do and everything, it's amazing. That's a great program, Microsoft.
And there's going to be, I think they said hundreds of titles going to be coming in on that on the game preview program.
Exactly. And speaking of hundreds of titles,
are we bringing
it?
All right.
Yeah, we're bringing it. It's time. Microsoft dropped the bomb by saying this holiday, over 100 plus titles will be backwards compatible with the Xbox One.
This is what we've been waiting for here as Xbox players. We've been wanting to play at 360 games, and it's they're the first ones to do it. They're the first ones to do it, and it's amazing.
And preview owners of their Xboxes, the people that are part of the rewards program, they get to try out that program effective that day. And
already started.
In fact, exactly. and I think it was like 20, 21, 23 titles that were available, like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Mass Effect 1. So if you have...
I am going to go rebuy that. I can't wait. This is one of my favorite games I ever played. That's what I was going to say earlier, but I wanted to wait. So you can bring it all in. Yes, Mass Effect 1 on the Xbox One. Cannot wait.
And when you brought up Gears of War Remastered, I wanted to bring up something, but I wanted to wait also. With this backwards compatibility, and before I get to the Gears of War segment, Microsoft is making this thing so easy for developers that have 360 games on the library already. It's so easy; they don't even have to do any work. They just have to say, like, right now, the big vote right now is Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
People want that game to be backwards compatible with their Xbox One.
I would love that game to have do that. I was hoping they would make a new one already. Come on, Rockstar.
But to let you know how easy this is, Rockstar only has to say, sure,
put it over. Just put it on.
Microsoft does the work for you. They do the work.
And
that's amazing.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of developers start doing that here here soon. By the end of the year, there's going to be tons of new titles that we can start playing again.
I mean, and going with the Gears of War, instead of them having to redo 2 and 3, backwards compatibility, Epic could say, sure, go ahead and give it the green light for 2 and 3. They're already there. You can start just...
I think the only reason they would do it, I think it would be for the story, because from what the remastered division is going to have everything from 2 and 3, they're putting on the remastered edition. As in guns, device, accessories, pretty much, and maps. And
but I don't believe the story of 2 and 3 are going to be available.
No, they're not. Yeah. No, just the add-ons from 2 and 3.
But see, that's where that backwards compatibility can work in for you, is that you can get them to say yes, and 2 and 3 are going to be available. So you beat the remastered edition, and you can go back and play 2 and 3 without having to worry about it. Not have to wait for it to come out. Because I don't think Black Tusk Studios is and I believe they changed their name here recently to the Coalition.
They did.
And so it saved them from having
when Ferguson took over all the way for Gears 4. That's when they changed the name for it.
Yeah, I mean, so the backwards compatibility is coming, so they don't have to worry. And 343 Industries doesn't have to worry about remaking Reach. Just give it the green light.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because we recently got ODST.
Mm-hmm. That was added with the Master Chief Collection, I believe, right?
Exactly. Yes. Free for those that adopted the Master Chief Collection early. And that was kind of like the reward for putting up with the crap that happened. And that's like what, $5 or $6 if you want to buy it now. Mm-hmm. For a pretty decent sized game. And personally, you get to see Firefly, the video game.
Yeah,
because Nathan Fillion, Alan Tudyk, Adam Baldwin. I mean, so all that stuff is in that game. But I'm excited for backwards compatibility. In fact, once we're done with this show, you might be seeing a Twitch later on this week of Mass Effect 1, because backwards compatibility gives you
it on mine too. I'm probably
and what's cool about it is, because of the backwards compatibility, I've never seen this done before. Xbox One's features, Twitch, game DVR, the screenshotting,
screenshots, yes,
everything works for these Xbox 360 titles, which does away with capture cards.
Yeah, it's going to change the game, especially when we have our YouTube channels. It's going to be easier to upload videos on old games. You can bring it back. It's going to be. I can't wait. I just can't wait to play Mass Effect 1 along with other 360 titles that they're bringing in.
Exactly. Let's move on to later that day. We had Sony took the stage.
Oh, I was going to add one more thing for the Microsoft.
Hit it up.
That controller, the new controller.
How did I forget that? Oh, yes, the Elite controller.
That was the most exciting thing for me. One of the most exciting things from that whole Microsoft press conference is the controller with the customization of the buttons. The paddles on the back are going to be amazing. The trigger. Oh,
I didn't quite understand the paddles. I really didn't understand the paddles.
The paddles you can switch from. It's a lot for competitive gaming is what you're going to see it for.
That's actually what I was getting because the fact that because like I know that you're like a competitive gamer and everything, and I was like you like the swapping of the sticks, the D-pad, and the paddles in the back. I was like, that seems like something that would be like for for fast-paced gaming.
Great competitive. You're going to see it for a lot of FPS games, even third person like Gears. You're going to see it for Gears, but you're going to see it a lot for Halo. More commonly, you're going to see it for Call of Duty. I know people are not going to like to hear that, but it's going to even the playing field from all those people that have scuff controllers that went out and buy. And that's another thing. If I was the owner and CEO of Scuff Controllers, I would be so angry right now because this is taken away from everything they do. Everything. That is basically their money. That's their money. That's how they make money. They make controllers with the customization, the paddles, and everything on the back. The only difference they're going to be able to do is colors. And who's going to? That's not enough to buy $100. I think difference is not going to be enough to put a color on it.
Exactly. But when you get that controller, because I know you're going to get that controller. I know you are.
It's coming this fall with the new Xbox. I'm going to go ahead and buy the white one. Especially if I'll only buy it if it comes with the terabyte, because as everyone knows that has an Xbox One that has games, you're running low on memory.
I think I'm at like 38%. I think I have like 38% left. I think I have room for one more game.
I have room for one more game, and a big game. I have like 50 gigs left.
Shit. No, but when you get that controller, I want you to use it, and I want you to come on the show, and I want you to bring it, review it.
Definitely. We'll also have a video up on our channel.
Perfect.
For an unboxing and definitely show what it can do. I'm really excited about it. It's coming from since I do professional game on Call of Duty, I'm really excited for this. It's definitely going to even the playing field from all the people that do have scuff controllers and enhanced controllers.
And thus is going to make Revolver Games even that much ahead of the curve.
It is. Definitely.
Oh man, dude, that controller was pretty sweet. Though I was a little curious about the really extra long stick that you can use for the sight. It kind of made the controller look uneven, but maybe there's a reason for it.
It lifts the thumb, so you don't have to move the thumb as much.
Yeah.
So it's easier to move around, and it's a lot less stressful on your thumbs, especially with FPS games because you're using your thumbs a lot. You're moving around. So it's if you are going to do it, it's definitely a learning process. You got to get used to it. It's not something you're going to put on there and automatically, oh, this is amazing. No, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it at first because I know I did. We're recently at back in February at South by. You were there.
Yes, I was there.
We were doing 1v1s with a lot of the contestants around there, and a lot of the fans.
The Beat the Pro Challenge.
The Beat the Pro Challenge, and I myself, Mythic, was one of the pros. Also, shout out to Irish. He was there, and he brought his own controller with the sticks, and it was so hard to get used to. But once you did, it made everything so much easier, a lot quicker, and it's definitely an enhancing tool for your competitive gaming.
Right. For those of you that already have an Xbox One and don't want to have to go through the hassle of actually getting another system and all that, they will be selling it separately for $129.99, I believe.
Yes,
I believe that was the price. It was $129.99. Pricey, yes.
Well, if you're going to get a controller, a base scuff controller is about $150, and if you're going to do all the add-ons that that controller already has, you're looking at around $200 to let's say $60 around that area, depending on how much customization you want.
But besides the price, for the amount of customization you're able to do, it's well worth the price, in my opinion. I agree. The accessories and everything, they look like a great quality.
Plus, I think the outlet's different too with the mics. Like you can use like what we're using, a regular mic. Because it's a regular outlet aux. outlet.
So I mean that's another thing that's even fantastic. I mean it's like you're getting that little piece that they sell that plugs at the bottom of the controller so you can plug it in. I mean it's like they have like all those base accessories. They just crammed it in one controller.
Yeah, in the long run, it's a money saver, and if you think about it, especially if you're going in competitive gaming with that controller. For me, that's the main use for it. I would have to say is what reason main reason why they're doing it, and plus it's a marketing thing they're doing to try to to get rid of not get rid of scuff, but I mean but add into the
At least
competition.
exactly. And competition is always good because it makes the other guy work harder.
Exactly, exactly.
Moving on to Sony's. Speaking of competition, Sony had also their press conference, and they had some great things to show. Don't get me wrong, but it was kind of weak. A lot of their stuff doesn't come out until like next year,
Yeah,
where Microsoft, a lot of their stuff comes out this fall.
I was definitely disappointed in the PlayStation press conference. I agree, it was a
Uh,
little weak.
I mean,
Because
don't get me wrong.
compared to
I mean,
last year,
Uncharted 4
anyway.
looks fantastic. Yeah, I know, and they brought it last
Oh,
year.
I think they won it last year.
They did win
And
it last year. They
I'm a Microsoft fan. I'm an Xbox player, and PlayStation brought it last year.
Yeah, and I mean, yes, they had Uncharted 4 Thieves in, which looks fantastic, but saying saying Uncharted looks fantastic is an understatement. All those games have just been amazing, and
Yeah.
the story, the character interactions, development, everything just looks fantastic. And Naughty Dog really freaking set the standard of what a game should look like with what they've shown off so far. But it doesn't come out till next spring.
Yeah.
Uh, the, I mean, for me though, I was excited about the Street Fighter 2 character reveals, bringing Cammy and Birdie from Street Fighter Alpha. I mean, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan.
I
Not a
love
competitive gamer.
not same. I'm not competitive in. Well, I am competitive, not fighting. I'm not good at them. I like them, but not good at them.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'll go easy on it if we ever play Street Fighter.
That guy
Remember,
presses one button that no one likes.
uh, though there was a game that really kind of stole the show for me out of all the games they really showed besides Uncharted. There was one game that really stole the show for me. It was a game called Horizons. I forgot what the sub line was, but I know it was called Horizons, and the game looks like a post. It's a different take on post-apocalyptic. It definitely took it went kind of along that show Revolution, where all the power went out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they kind of reduced. But I mean, but the animals you're hunting are like cybernetic.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the machines kind of got a life of their own, and it's a weird game. And like I'll put up some gameplay footage for it in the video here, and you guys can check it out. But if you haven't already, the game looks phenomenal. It's by Guerrilla Games, who did the Killzone saga.
Killzone.
So I mean,
if I had PlayStation, I would definitely pick that up. It looks like it's going to be a very unique, interesting game for sure.
Though PlayStation did have their own version of Elite Dangerous. This is built from the ground up for PlayStation. It's called No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
This game looks freaking awesome. It's sort of like Elite Dangerous. You can explore billions and billions and billions of planets. But the difference between that game and Elite Dangerous is that No Man's Sky lets you land on the planets. You can explore planets.
I've heard about that one, and it's definitely a different dynamic that Sony brought into their flying game for sure.
And you know what? And that right there, it definitely kind of caught my eye there. And then they also showed some footage for Star Wars Battlefront.
Cannot wait for that game.
Yes,
I haven't decided. Buff, and I just love Star Wars. Anything Star Wars. Though I didn't. I loved all the movies. The first three, the episode 1, 2, 3. It wasn't a great, but I would love them either way because they are Star Wars.
I do have a confession to make though. I skip episode 1 every time.
That's awesome.
I just can't do it. Like I can tolerate episodes 2 and 3, but I
Is it the
cannot
Anakin
tolerate
character?
one.
Because it's the Anakin character for me from that's the one that I can't stand.
Anakin and Jar Jar both are like cheese graters to my brain.
Yes, I agree. Oh, good. I'm not the only
It's
one.
like if I could just take them, if I could shrink their parts a little bit more, and then have more Darth Maul battles, I would be okay.
Yes, agreed. That'd be
Ray
awesome.
Park, Ray Park's still one of my favorite stuntmen, and I mean, dude, the guy's freaking awesome.
It was amazing. That
He just
character
played
was
Snake
really
Eyes
well.
for those that didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he plays Snake Eyes in the GI Joe movies.
Nice.
I mean, but besides all that though, Star Wars Battlefront made on the Frostbite engine by Dice. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I couldn't agree. I did. And you saw the gameplay for it, correct?
Oh yes,
Ah,
I can't wait to go on Hoth, dude. I mean, snow speeders. I'm not a big fan of snow speeders, but dude, I can't wait to launch some tow cables on it.
Yes.
On that ad,
get
it's
that
spinning around.
AT-AT, get those down.
Sad thing is, dude, the best game that ever really captured it to the T, the first game that I've ever seen do it right was Star Wars Shadows of the Shadows of the Empire on N64.
N64, yes, where you have to fly around and
Yes,
around.
as Dash Rendar, yes.
Yes, agreed. Love that game. I am excited about this game because it brings out your childhood memories and all. It's like you're going back in time watching the movies all over again.
Exactly. And there's even a little content that's supposed to tie into episode 7 too. So there's that.
Yeah.
Then let's talk about the bad part, which since we're still dealing with space, Activision. Are you wanting Bungie to close down? Because I mean, you're the publisher, okay? Your freaking Destiny crap is getting on people's nerves. We're talking about Destiny the Taken King, or as the internet has so kindly dubbed it, the Taken Wallet.
Bum, 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 bum.
I mean, this DLC, from what I'm getting, is $40 by itself, or you can buy it in the so-called Legendary Edition for another $60.
Yeah.
And it gives you the game, the first 2 DLCs, and the Taken King for $60. What the hell thought that was a great idea? Who thought that was a great idea in the boardrooms? Oh my god!
They know people are going to buy it. It's all about money. It's what they're doing right now.
And yes, and not only that, all of us complain about Destiny and a lot and everything, but I know a lot of people are going to go buy this thing and bitch about it.
Oh yeah, they're going to buy it is the main thing, and in the end, that's really what they care at heart. I mean, yes,
and the same thing goes to
they're going to say they want it to help the gamers. They're dedicated to the players, but they're making their money. Let's be honest.
Same thing can go to those people that bash on Call of Duty all the time.
Yes, exactly.
They complain about, but how is it the most successful game every year?
I'm that person. Man, I hate buying all that extra crap. I do it anyway. Yeah. I complain about it, but I do it anyway.
But speaking of season passes and DLCs and everything, you don't have to buy it to get the experience. Yes,
you don't.
But you don't have to buy it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm curious about what's in the season pass for Arkham Knight, but I'm not going to shell out $40 for it.
I think if you're going to choose, and this is just 2 examples, if you're going to have to choose between a Call of Duty season pass and the Destiny one, buy the Destiny one, because the one for Call of Duty, it's not essential. Yes, there's maps for Call of Duty, extra maps for the multiplayer, but it does nothing to your story. It doesn't help you any. Like it's nothing extra. Yes, there's extra guns too, but sooner or later they're just gonna release them anyway.
That's it. See, and that's from a competitive Call of Duty player, folks.
and that's especially from a competitive Call of Duty player, because when you do competitive gaming with MLG, UMGs, the new maps are never on there. They're never gonna put DLC on there because it's always gonna be original maps, and even that, there's only gonna be like 4 or 5 maps anyway that they do that they use.
And coming from experience as playing on Call of Duty, I actually bought one of the season passes once. I didn't play on one damn map in matchmaking. It's like these are all the vanilla maps.
Yeah, I didn't buy this the Advanced Warfare one.
Oh, I think this was I want to say it was Modern Warfare 3 that I did that on, and I barely played on any of the new maps.
Yep, that'll happen.
But Destiny's, a lot of people were kind of pissed off about the whole Taken King DLC.
I don't blame them. I think it's overpriced. I think they're
40
really,
I mean, $40 is a lot. $40 is a lot to pay,
and it's not even for a game; it's for a DLC.
Yeah, it's supposed to enhance the story, which there was not really a story in the first.
There isn't really a story when it comes to Destiny. It's a grinding game. Is what it is. It's a grinding game. You grind day in and day
out. Let's go to as the internet dubbed it, the week show of E3 was the Nintendo press conference. The Nintendo press conference.
They usually are.
And and that's okay. I mean, I mean, for Nintendo, they do their press conferences all year round, so they do stuff.
Very true. Very true.
And I think it was Miyamoto or President Iwata. They said they didn't really want to show what was coming up far in the future. They wanted to show what was coming up in the immediate future. And some of the stuff that really stuck out for me was, and this is going to sound weird, people, but Super Mario Tennis. I mean, they're fun games.
Yeah, they're fun games. Mario games are always fun,
especially when you're drunk.
Oh man, some of my greatest memories were Mario Party. Oh, I love those. Having I think you could have 4 people, 4 or 5, and then it was just fun, just so much fun. I think mine was Star Fox.
Yes. Finally, another Star Fox game, and yes, people, I know the game looks like GameCube or whatever you guys are saying.
It's Nintendo.
Sometimes, just sometimes, believe it or not, gameplay and fun factor work.
I agree. And it's Nintendo, so you got to know what you're coming into when you're looking at it.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, graphics are one thing, but they're not the key element. I mean, I could paint you a picture of something incredibly beautiful on the side of a toilet, but would it really matter?
Well, yes, that's great. Another thing is people play Minecraft and say it's one of the greatest games ever made. They are blocks.
Exactly. They're freaking blocks.
They're freaking blocks that you put on top of each other.
Exactly. So, but Star Fox looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited to play another Star Fox game. So I'm ready to go.
It's been a while. The last time I played with Star Fox, it wasn't even Star Fox. It was Super Smash.
But what's cool is Nintendo starting to branch out with their Toys to Life product known as the Amiibos. Of course, on the floor they had several other Amiibos for the upcoming Smash Amiibos and everything like that, as well as for Yoshi's Woolly World, which looks fantastic. But the other thing was this right here. They're branching out into third-party games. Skylanders Superchargers will be featuring Donkey Kong and Bowser.
That's the one where you put it on the platform and it
exactly. They're the ones who started the whole craze, which is why we're getting all the Disney Infinities, why we're getting Lego Dimensions. I actually recently just picked up Skylanders and just to try it out, see what the big buzz was about Skylanders, and I can see what it was. I mean, it's a really cool adventure. It's a really laid-back adventure. I was playing it with my 10-year-old niece, and it was a fantastic game. It's really fun. We're still playing with it. It's definitely I can definitely see why a lot of people are going to doing the figures and finding them and all that, put them in the game. It's a smart market. It's DLC skies as a figure and a collectible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. It is very smart. It is very smart.
Plus, what was also really cool about the digital press conferences is President Iwata, CEO Reggie Fils-Aimé, and Shigeru Miyamoto were all crafted into puppets by the legendary Jim Henson's puppet
I,
puppet
I
shop.
I didn't get to see that part, but I heard about it, and I heard it was
Oh,
amazing. I
dude,
heard
they
it
were
was
amazing.
amazing.
They look just like their real life counterparts. It was scary.
That's
But
great.
but just on a sidebar, just letting you know, while Nintendo didn't bring much to the E3 show, don't count them out yet because I bet you probably the next week or two tops we're gonna get a Nintendo Direct and they're gonna showcase some other stuff. Zelda was absent from E3, which it's fine. Like I said, they wanted to show what was coming up this year, not what was coming up next year. And they have like one or two games like Fire Emblem that are coming out next year, but nothing like Sony's where half their product like Kingdom Hearts.
Mhm.
I'm surprised we didn't touch on it. Final Fantasy VII was
Oh
a big
yes,
surprise.
and plus yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
for that. I mean, I'm gonna borrow my friend's PlayStation just to play it.
Not my favorite Final. I'll be honest with you, not my favorite Final Fantasy.
But I love the Final Fantasy. I loved Final Fantasy always.
I'm a 4 and 6 man. That's just me. I'm a Final Fantasy 4 and
Was
6.
amazing. Six is my favorite.
I mean, how do you get away from the good guys losing?
Yeah.
And 4 took you to the damn moon. The moon.
Oh man.
Oh man. But
We did forget one thing though. We forgot
yes.
For Microsoft, we forgot to talk about HoloLens and the Oculus.
Oh yes, we forgot about the HoloLens.
Oh,
Man,
coming to Minecraft, that just the video on that just looks. I mean, I'm personally not gonna get it, but it looks fantastic. It brings a new dimension to gaming, for sure. And then
I agree.
And then Microsoft has an exclusive contract with Oculus. We were both at the South by Southwest gaming expo, and they had on a for example, they had stands with the Oculus, different types of games. They had things with lightsabers, where two people Oculus Rift games were awesome. They're really cool. I think it's definitely Microsoft is going into the future when it comes to gaming. They're really trying to push it.
Totally agree. And but yes, I think E3 was a decent show this year. I mean, Microsoft really tried to make themselves front and center of the show, and I think they succeeded.
Yeah.
I mean, we did get some footage of the Division, which we'll talk about more in detail at a later date when we get more details of the game.
Oh yes.
But all I know is Division day one buy for me.
Hands down.
I've been waiting for that game, so I mean.
I'm also wanting to get their Siege. I'm probably gonna get that one also. The Rainbow Six.
Oh yes,
the new Rainbow Six. That one just looks like a fun group game when you're playing with friends. So
Indeed.
Definitely gonna be getting that one.
So, well, guys, that's our show for the night. I want to give a shout out to the LagginOut podcast. I will be on their show this coming Wednesday. Again, if you guys haven't been watching it, I want to give a shout out to Revolver Games. Thank you, Mythic, for always being on our show and being available to be on the show.
Thank you for having me. I enjoy being here. I love having it. I love being here talking about just something that we all love to do, and so I love to talk about it. So.
And like last week, he was supposed to be on the show, but unfortunately, he got a little bit of the stomach virus. And glad you're feeling better, man.
Thanks,
really glad you're feeling better.
Appreciate that.
Oh man, but if you haven't yet, go and check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/lagginout.com. I blew it. My bad. We'll try it again. Check us out at facebook.com/lagginout. Also, check Nerd Realm out at facebook.com/nerdrealm. And you can also check out Revolver Game. I'll let you do the shout out on that one.
Definitely. Our Facebook is facebook.com at Revolver Gaming Network. Also at our YouTube, youtube.com/Revolver Gaming United. And our Twitch is twitch.tv at /Revolver GN.
Also, I want to give a shout out to a partner of the LagginOut Network who's actually giving us some fantastic support, and I want to give them a shout out as well. I want to give a shout out to EXL Gaming. and you can find them out on their website as well at exlgaming.com. On behalf of Nerd Realm and Mythic, this is Havok saying we're out.
See you guys.